Is Alpine falling apart? After the recent revelations concerning yet another shifts in their leadership, the fans of French team definitely might be concerned. Hi, my name is Michał and this is another video from the world of Formula 1. In this video, I would like to do something a little bit different, because of course there are concerns about the situation in Alpine and their recent announcements, both on the shifts in drivers lineup, but also in their leadership. Because when everyone was expecting Jack Doohan to be replaced by Franco Colapinto, which actually happened, at the same time, the team principal, Oliver Oakes, also announced that he's leaving the team. And he's not the first person in the recent years that has left that position, and many more executive positions in the team were also replaced when people either left or were fired. As if someone at the top was so desperate for the results that they couldn't just wait, and it seems that the person at the top just doesn't understand the modern Formula 1. And if you go through the list of the people who left, it's actually quite impressive, the scale of what happened. So let's get through that list together. In 2021, when Renault changed its name to Alpine, current team principal Cyril Abiteboul departed the team in January ahead of the team's rebranding. In 2022, Marcin Budkowski left his role as executive director in January 2022. At the same time, Alain Prost exited his position as non-executive director. And of course, then the driver drama happened. At the end of 2022 season, Fernando Alonso announced that he's not extending his contract with Alpine. But oh boy, then there was this famous message from one and only Oscar Piastri. Just as a reminder, this was such a shocker. Let's just go through that tweet. I understand that without my agreement, Alpine F1 have put out a press release late this afternoon that I am driving for them next year. This is wrong and I have not signed a contract with Alpine for 2023. I will not be driving for Alpine next year. Of course, Oscar Piastri and his manager Mark Webber obviously had good reasons for this move, and they ended up pretty well. Now he has a high chance to be a drivers' champion this year. So that was an awesome move. But probably because of that, 2023 was also full of important departures from Alpine. In July of that season, shockingly Otmar Szafnauer, who was supposedly rebuilding that team, departed. Alongside him also left Alain Permain, who was a sporting director. But these were not the only shifts that happened that year. Also, Chief Technical Officer Pat Fry joined Williams, and Alpine's CEO, Laurent Rossi, moved from Alpine to get a role in the special projects. But here comes 2024. Matt Harman resigned as a technical director in March, Dirk De Beer stepped down as head of aerodynamics, Bob Bell left his advisory role to join Aston Martin, Davide Brivio departed as a racing director, which was officially announced that year. Rob White exited as operations director in May 2024, and at the end of the year, Esteban Ocon was fired and he joined Haas, but also another team principal, Bruno Famin, stepped down. His role was taken by Oliver Oakes, who suddenly departed the team after just 6 races of the season, and alongside him, obviously Jack Doohan was replaced by Franco Colapinto. Officially, Jack Doohan stepped down to a reserve driver role, but we all know that his future in the team doesn't look so bright. But the overall scale is just basically shocking of how many changes happened in relatively short period of time. And obviously from all the driver changes, it might look like as if the drivers are the problem, but they haven't had a competitive machinery in a long time. Probably the engines are the problem, because Renault for a long time was an engine supplier for many teams. However, for the past couple of seasons, no one wanted to use their engines anymore. So definitely they have a power deficit, so much so that decided to go with Mercedes engines starting in 2026 when the new engine regulations come to life. And obviously that's a great opportunity for a turnaround, especially that all the teams will start anew, and if Alpine plays its cards right, they can be again at least back in the midfield, consistently fighting for points. But all these changes and the suddenness of these changes, like of course birthed rumors that there might be something bigger going with the team, as if bringing Flavio Briatore to lead Alpine and making all these harsh decisions, that it might be just for selling of the team. And of course the Renault group denied that, but who knows? Current F1 needs time, and obviously the higher ups in Alpine or in Renault group, they are not giving the management enough time to make changes and then see those changes blossom. Look at Aston Martin, for example. The amount of money that Lawrence Stroll pumped into that team, how many facilities he built, and they are just switching them on, and maybe hopefully that we will see the results in the next year's car. And if they are changing the personnel and the doors basically revolve, there's no chance that the vision of the one person can be executed from start to finish. And once again, they are bringing Franco Colapinto and they are giving him just 5 races to prove himself. That's just gonna create unnecessary pressure. I hope that he can show off and have his future in F1 settle, but there's something going on in Alpine and it doesn't necessarily look good. Let me know what's your opinion on the situation in the comments. And if you liked this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. My name is Michał, that was fast, and see you in the next one.